as we are coming into our mat, I was just saying today we are going to be practicing at the end of class a form of yoga called Yoga Nidra, which is a very guided meditation where you just lay still and really sink into the sensations in your body and just listen to the guidance of my voice as you travel inward. I had quite a long period in my life that I practiced Yoga Nidra every day as my yoga practice, where when I was unable to physically come to my mat, I was able to lay down and be guided inward and have this calming effect. I had a conversation last week with someone, and she says she never has trouble sleeping, which is interesting to me because that's one of the things that I'm still working on healing in my life. And she says that she just goes inward and she starts to notice how she feels in her feet and her legs, and she just kind of guides herself up through her body. And suddenly she's asleep, and it's the next morning, and she's waking up. So that's what Yoga Nidra does for you. She's able to do it naturally on her own. She found this system that works for her, and then today I'm going to just take you through that on your own. This isn't a place where you're necessarily supposed to fall asleep. Yoga Nidra is meant to be done while you're awake, but you're resting. You allow the body to become completely still. You resist the urge to move. And you just listen to the words and are guided inward to different parts of the body. So last week we mantraed and we chanted and we had all of these different kinds of meditations, moving meditations. And then this week we'll bring a little bit of stillness to it. So let's start off right here in an easy pose. Drop your hands to your knees for a feeling of connection. Make sure you feel comfortable in the sides of your feet, that you're flexing out through the heels and pressing in through the sit bones, the crown of the head reaching up. And we'll move through a quieting physical practice today on our way to our Yoga Nidra. And start to listen to your breath. This journey inward starts with the closing of the eyes and the listening of the breath, the noticing. With the eyes closed, send out your spidey senses, if you will, all around the room. Can you sense anything in the room that's going to cause you a distraction today in this very quiet practice? And if there is something, then I invite you to take care of it now so that you can really quiet inward. Slow, easy breathing. And eyes stay closed. Press into your sit bones. Lengthen the spine and lift up through the heart. The shoulder blades come a little bit closer together. You're really just sitting up a little straighter than you already were. Lifting the heart up, feeling a spread across the collarbones. And now tuck your chin to your chest and feel this stretch in the back of the neck, trying to stay lifted in the heart, in the chest. Slow, quiet breathing, expanding into the belly, into the sides of the ribs. Two more rounds, just listening. Just relaxing the spine now, shoulders come down and move into the neck, finding this space. Bring your legs out in front of you, toes press up. One of the most common misconceptions about yoga before people start to do it themselves is that we're all calm, that we're all quiet, that we're all able to sit and breathe in meditation for hours at a time, and that is simply not the case. I am a yoga teacher, I am a yoga student, I love yoga more and more every time I do yoga or teach yoga. I mean, it really is my passion, and yet sitting still and being quiet is almost impossible for me. So I use these techniques to quiet that monkey mind, to quiet that busyness so that I can really focus in on that inner voice, on that inner calling that I hear, this need to offer what I know, to heal, because I've healed myself so much. So we're going to move the body quietly, listening to the breath, and then we're going to lay down and really heal together. Right leg comes pressing into the groin. Any discomfort in the leg, you're going to bring the heel further away from the groin, but otherwise pull it in as it's comfortable to you. And then again, press down into both sit bones. Belly presses toward the left toes, lift up into the heart, and then bring your hands to your side so that you can really feel that lifting up into the heart. Press down into the sit bones, lift up into the left toes, and start to fold forward, hands to the earth next to the leg. Staying lifted in the spine, inhale. As you exhale, fold in, just enjoying the process of relaxing into the back of the leg. There's no rush here. Inhale as you lengthen. The exhale is slow and steady, physically helping the muscles to relax. Lengthen. And lower, and just fold in as it feels comfortable to you now, and listen to the breath. Scientifically, a forward fold just helps us to go inward. It helps the mind to focus on what you're doing, which is breathing and opening into the back of the left leg. Walk the hands in. Right elbow's going to come to hang around the right knee. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, stretch over. Just adjusting that right arm as you need to. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, stretch. Each time we're stretching, we're just trying to come in half an inch more than we did last time. Inhale. Exhale, stretch, and we'll pause. That right arm pressing in, open up the chest, even look up if it's comfortable for your neck. Feel the stretch now in the right inner hip, the right groin, relaxing those places with the exhale. One more breath. Come back to center. Right leg comes in and stretches out. And other side, left leg comes in and pulling in as close as is comfortable, but allowing for any junk that comes up, and just find that comfortable space. Hands come out to your side so that you can really feel that lengthening into the spine. Lift up into the heart, lift up through the sternum. Take an inhale. Twist the belly button toward the right legs. Move the hands to the front. Keep that long spine and slowly walk forward, the hands to the earth beside the leg. Inhale. And exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale, soften. Feel that stretch through the back of the right leg. One more. And just soften into your forward fold now. Relax the jaw. Walk your hands back in, lifting tall. The left arm reaches over so that you kind of press into the knee. Right arm reaches up, look up, inhale. Exhale, press over, find the stretch. Inhale, lift off the stretch just a little so you can find that deep breath. And exhale, stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here. Move your awareness to the inner left thigh, the inner left hip. Where can you relax? And slowly lift up back to center. Reach both arms up, stretch both legs long, inhale. And exhale, fold in, hands to the sides of the legs, lifting tall in the spine, inhale. And exhale, fold in a little more, noticing each time you exhale, if you're able to come in a little deeper, you can have a little bend in your knees if you'd like. Somebody has said they're having a little trouble with the screen not working. We are having a little bit of issues, so hopefully you can hear my voice and still follow along. Fold in one more time, exhale. And slowly come up. Nice tall spine, staff pose. Reach your arms out to the sides. Lift up through the toes. Lift up into your heart. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. So let's come on up and into a downward facing dog. Blanket will move out of your way. We'll take just 5 breaths in dog pose to get into some space in the back of the body. You can bend into your knees as much as you'd like. And try to keep your eyes closed here. Today's class is very internal, very inward. Exhaling and just listening to the sound of your breath. Bend into your knees, look forward to your hands. Slowly step up, find your fold. Half lift. Heel toe the feet hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. Take an inhale. Exhale and fold. Again, that stretch reflex or stretch effect that we're going for works best with a slow exhale. So inhale as you lift off of the stretch, coming to a half lift. Exhale, fold in, working into those hamstrings even more. There can be a bend to your knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale slowly. Give yourself time to unwind here. We'll take one more moving. Inhale. We'll fold in and hold a comfortable forward fold. Hands can come to your calves or hang in ragdoll. Just check in with the reality of your hamstrings right now and notice what you need. A soft bend can really help you to open into the back of your body so that you can start to straighten the legs a little more. Just giving the body time to ease open instead of trying to force it open. Slow exhales. Move to a half lift. Take a breath here, just pause. Next inhale, slowly come up to stand. Reach your arms up overhead. Stretch your fingers up. Interlace the fingers or interlace the thumbs. And exhale over to the right, eyes down. Inhale, come through center. Change the cross of your thumbs. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Right palm comes in front of the left. Exhale, side stretch. Just changing the hands a little bit as we move here. Inhale back to center. Switch the palms. Left palm in front, right palm behind. Exhale. Inhale. Let your right hand grab the left wrist. Exhale, press over, find that stretch. Inhale, come back. And other side, left wrist grabs that right wrist. Back to center. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold in. Knees can bend. Half lift, inhale. And we'll take 5 breaths in, forward fold. Notice what happens here as you stay connected to the breath and how much the body is able to unfold here. Forward folds in my world are well known as invitation only, wherein you really have to work your way into the full party. You have to slowly breathe and relax. And this can take years. 2 more slow breaths. Moving to a half lift, palms to the shins, lengthen out. Take a full breath. Let it out. And press into your feet, reach through the arms, stretch all the way up. Hook the thumbs together, butterfly hands, and exhale to the right. Feel that stretch. Inhale back to center, change your thumbs, and exhale other side. Inhale back to center, right palm behind the left. Exhale. Back to center, right palm in front. And exhale. Inhale, back to center, right wrist grabs the left wrist. Exhale. Inhale, back to center, left wrist holds right. Exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Heel toe your feet a little further apart. Exhale, fold in, knees bend, or start to straighten those legs a little more. Keep breathing. Notice your feet pressing in. Notice if the wider legs offers you more space in the hips, or if it hinders you in your forward fold. There's no wrong answer, you're just noticing. Hands to your shins, lengthen out, take a full round of breath. And pressing in the feet, reach into the arms, stretch upright. Hand grabs left wrist, exhale over and stretch. Stay here, gently pulling on that left wrist, eyes down, feet pressing in. Back to center. Left wrist holds the right. You're pulling up, you're stretching over, eyes down. Press down, reach up, inhale. Hands to your hips. Exhale, elbows out. Heel toe your feet out a little wider. Moving with our breath in and out of warrior one or high lunge. Our hands are going to stay on our hips. Press into the right heel. Right toes go to the front and then the hips follow. Right knee bends. This is all our exhale position. So take an exhale. Inhale through center, we're switching sides. Left knee starts to bend, the hips are square. Exhale. This is where we're stretching. Maybe your legs have to go a little wider as mine did. We're inhaling through center, feel the movement under the feet. The hips are square to the front of the mat. Exhale, sinking in. And keep going. Inhale through center. And exhale. Adding arms if you'd like. Notice how that changes balance for you. Aware of the movement under the feet. Aware of the breath. We'll do 2 more rounds. One more, each way. Come up through center. Bring your toes over, sink into a warrior one. Right wrist holds onto the left wrist. Stretch the arms up. Exhale as you press over, pause, looking down. Feet are pressing in, right knee bent, legs strong, breathing slow and easy. Inhale back to center, bring your hands to your hips. Exhale over to the other side. Notice how that movement smoothed out as you came through. Inhale, reach the arms up and left arm holds right wrist. Exhale, press over, feel the stretch. And back through center. Reach your arms up, look up. Hands to your hips. Come back to center. Heel toe out and then just wave the hips back and forth a few times. We're coming into a forward fold. Hands press into the hips, lift up into the toes to activate to the back of the legs, and it slowly starts to pour your heart forward. It's almost like you're reaching out into the room instead of trying to fold down. And hands can come to the earth as you're ready. And use your breath here and then feel free to move and Adjust the stance as you're folding in. Hands can help you pressing into the earth, or you can reach for the ankles. Slowly come up, find a half lift. Hands to your hips. Take a full breath, and then hands stay on your hips. Simply lift up to a nice tall standing position. Heel toe your feet in. Face the top of your mat, or step to the top of your mat. Reach your arms up and fold forward, downward dog, stepping back. Take a few breaths here. You can bring knees down if you'd like. Have a smooth, open mouth exhale. And knees down, child's pose, stretch back. Allow yourself to quiet into your child's pose. Listening to the sound of your breath and allowing a stillness here where we're going to move here in a little bit more of a rhythmic pattern with our cat-cow and rest in pigeon. And then we're going to come into our Yoga Nidra, our guided meditation. And so here in child's pose, I want you to encourage that absolute stillness that we go for in Savasana, where the brain stays aware, but the body falls asleep, where you find this absolute heaviness, this stillness. Using the exhales now to stretch your relaxation capability. Feeling that connection to the earth. Encouraging your eyes to stay closed, slowly lift up and find tabletop position. We'll move in and out of cat-cow, knees pressing in under the hips, hands pressing in. Either looking down at your mat or eyes are closed, really feeling how the hands are pressing into the earth, feeling how the knees, the shins, the ankles, the tops of the feet are pressing in. Lengthen out through the tailbone and the crown of the head. Becoming tall here. And as you inhale, belly drops down, heart and hips lift, eyes can stay closed. Exhale, curl and round. And keep going. As you're moving here, when you move into your cow pose, really notice the front of your belly, the belly button, the heart, the sternum. As you exhale and stretch, notice the space through the vertebrae, through the shoulder blades, through the back of the heart center. Just follow this. As you inhale, you imagine the space that you're opening in the front of the body, the front of the spine. The exhale, visualizing that openness of the muscles, of the joints. Last 2 rounds. Back to tabletop. Lower hips back. Come to sit either on your heels or easy pose. And arms reach out into gratitude arms. We'll take a chest and a shoulder stretch here. We'll come to the mat and take a hip stretch. Inhale, open up through your heart. Right elbow under, left. Here, you'll either press the backs of your hands together or wrap the palms together if you can. Eagle arms. And eagle arms wants almost bad posture. You want this rounding of the shoulder blades as the elbows press forward and lift up just slightly. Palms pressing together, elbows squeezing together. This is an active stretch for the shoulder blades and for the back of that heart center. Inhale. Exhale, twist right. Inhale. And twist left. Inhale. Elbows reach out, shoulders round, fold forward. And we'll pause here. If wrapping the wrists is too much for you, hands to shoulders is fine. Still pressing out through the elbows. Eagle hug, I call it. Lift back to a tall spine. Unround the shoulders. Bring the arms back to gratitude arms. Lift up through the heart. And left arm under right, same thing. Hands to shoulders, backs of the hands together, or wrapping around, finding palms together. This is a great little circulation boost too for the hands, the wrists, the elbows. Elbows and palms squeeze together. Elbows reach out, shoulder blades round. And then lift those elbows slightly up, eyes closed. Inhale. Twist left. Inhale. And twist right. Inhale. Elbows really press forward, shoulders round, fold in. Palms stay pressing together. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And lifting back to a neutral spine, to a long spine, unround the shoulders, come out to gratitude arms. And then bring your hands down, roll into the wrists, roll into the shoulders. Notice where you felt that stretch. And if you're in lightning bolt pose, as I am, now you'll notice how you also open through those ankles. We'll come on down for reclined pigeon. If you'd like forward fold, please go ahead and take that and come into your dog pose. Otherwise, coming down to the earth, just roll into the hips here, side to side for a moment. Really make that connection into the earth. Shoulder blades wrapping back and around, creating that deeper connection. And left ankle crosses that right thigh. Stay here or hug in as you'd like, finding your pigeon stretch, and work with the exhale here again. That stretch reflex or stretch effect in the body works best when you quietly hug in as you exhale. Move back to center. Connecting to that long spine again. And finding right side pigeon as you're ready. Right ankle crosses. And you can hug in as you'd like. And relax back to center. Move gently here into the hips or legs, into the spine or shoulders. We're moving into our held Savasana now. So I really want you to move and stretch anything that you need to before we come to that stillness. And then as you're ready, put your socks back on, put your sweatshirt back on, cover up with a blanket. We are going to be holding Shavasana for about 20 minutes here. So you really want this comfort. Shavasana becomes a little taxing if you stay there for very long, especially in the low spine. You can have a little roll of the blanket under the knees so that you can relieve that pressure, arms comfortably at your sides. And really spend some time here becoming perfect in your position because you want to be able to hold it. Cover up with that blanket. Make sure your neck feels comfortable. You can cover your eyes with something. This is an amazing tool, especially if you're like me and you have that monkey mind and busy, busy, busy all the time. Being able to block the light out of the eyes is a fantastic tool to help yourself go inward. And then as you're ready, as you start to come to this place of stillness, of rest, really make sure that you are comfortable. As the body falls asleep, there's almost this moment of panic that the brain goes into, and it tries to convince you to move or to itch your nose, or that your right toe has to wiggle right before you fall asleep. And this is where we resist that. This can happen just drifting into Savasana as well. So let those movements start to quiet down. And take a few rounds of breath, exhaling slowly out of the nose as you feel the back of the body really rest into the earth. Almost feeling as though you're gluing yourself in place, anchoring yourself. And Yoga Nidra is a form of Nidra that is fairly advanced, but completely accessible to beginners, because it is okay if you fall asleep. You didn't do it wrong if you fall asleep. There is something to be said about where you fall asleep in the meditation. Usually that's where the body needs to heal. As we journey inward here, I'll bring awareness to parts of your body, encouraging this absolute relaxation at certain points in the body. And then we'll move on to calling in feelings and opposites of feelings. And then we'll sink very much into a held Shavasana, where you give the body this extended time in this healing mode to create the magic that helps us to feel better in our body, our mind, and our spirit. Awareness to the palms of your hands, palms resting upward. And shift your awareness to your right palm, especially just noticing the space that right hand is taking up. Are the fingers slightly curled, or are they laying flat? There's no wrong answer. Not trying to move or correct anything, just observing the body for what it is in this moment. The exhale still allowing this sense of quieting, the whole body relaxing. Awareness at the right palm. Feel a softening. Feel coolness as the air currents move over that right palm and out through the right index finger and out through the right middle finger, the ring finger, the softening through the pinky, the softening of the thumb. Feeling the relaxation of the right hand becoming deeper as you rest. And notice here as you start to pull awareness to your left hand, how active it might still feel in comparison to the right. Is the right hand more relaxed? Let's practice again. Feel the circle of the left palm, noticing the air current. Is it cool? Is it warm? Noticing the soft position of your left fingers. Pulling that awareness out through the right index finger. Pulling it out the left index finger, pulling it out through the left middle finger, ring finger, and up through the left pinky, pulling that softness to the left thumb, and allowing that softness to relax the palm even more. Back of the hand resting. And pulling awareness back to the right palm. Feel that sensation of the heavy relaxation moving up through the wrist, through the forearm, through the elbow. Feeling the right bicep relax, feeling the right tricep relax. And pulling awareness up into the right shoulder. Feeling relaxation spread out through the shoulder joint itself, out through the shoulder blade, feeling that relaxation, that melting. Feel that softness travel into the right collarbone. Anchoring yourself in place, allowing the body, the mind, the heart a chance to heal. Notice the softness of the right arm. And pull awareness back to the left palm. And let's practice equaling out the sides, that softness moving up into the left wrist, forearm, feeling the elbow sink in, left bicep softening, left tricep softening. Feeling that heavy anchoredness of the left shoulder. The shoulder blade creating more contact with the earth. The shoulder joint soft. The collarbone quiet. That space opening up as you become a little heavier. Pull your awareness down your legs now, settling into the heels of the feet, both heels resting a little heavier on the earth. Becoming even more relaxed. Feel that sensation of heaviness moving up through the calves. Moving into the knees. Feel the right knee soften. Feel the left knee soften. Notice the front of the right thigh. Where can you relax tension? Notice the back of the right thigh. Where can you soften? Notice the top of the left thigh. Can you relax a little more? Notice the left thigh, that hamstring sinking in. Notice the effect of systematically softening the arms, the legs. Notice what that did for your spine. Feel that softening in the tailbone, through the hips, up through the small of your back, releasing soft tensions there that you didn't even realize you were holding. Encouraging the sense of absolute calm, absolute stillness. Feeling the back of your heart rest to the earth. Noticing the front of your heart opening. As you're drifting here, allow the whole body to soften, encouraging this absolute stillness, allowing the body to rest here, allowing this complete letting go.
Your awareness back to the room, noticing, staying inward. Where do you feel that buzz come back in? Your heart, your spine, your brain. Notice how you feel here in this moment, completely rested, relaxed, ready to move on with your day. Or maybe ready for a nap. Start to stretch into your body, bring movement back in. And turn to your right side. Feel the weight shift. Really notice after we were laying there for so long. Quiet in and notice that shifting. And then as you're ready, come on up into a comfortable seated position. Eyes can stay quiet or closed. Hands at your heart in that gesture of gratitude, and take a moment here connecting to your heart and to the hearts of everyone else in the room. And let's end class with the sound of 3 ohms. Inhale, slow and steady. Om. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste.